Malaysia could return to the F1 calendar. It isn't for certain, but it's a possibility, with recent comments from the president of the Motorsport Association of Malaysia coming in and saying that Sepang has its intentions to host an F1 race again. He also said, in terms of being the host, it isn't a problem. So what is holding one of the most fan favourite tracks from being back on the calendar? Drivers and fans want it back. He also said that we get comments from drivers themselves that Sepang is one of the most challenging tracks that they want to see back on the calendar. So with this all in mind, why hasn't it been on the calendar? Well, it's been for money. They haven't had enough money to be hosting an F1 race. However, he also stated that there has always been a good relationship between them and the organisers. They know each other from 1996 when they started talks to host a race. He also then went on to say it's only a matter of time. Reasons why we want this racetrack back. There's many memorable moments for this racetrack. 2009, the heaviest rainfall we've ever seen in an F1 race. As you can see in the background, very heavy rain, basically an ocean. Race stopped, crashes, spins, undrivable, very unpredictable weather. 2016, then Hamilton's engine blowing up, and so it went with his championship. 2017, Red Bull versus Mercedes, as you can see now, fighting between Hamilton and Verstappen. That battle started in 2017. Then Bottas versus Ricciardo as well. This was an epic battle that went throughout a whole sector in Malaysia in 2017. Fierce battle with Ricciardo, switchbacks and dive bombs, because it's just because it's Daniel Ricciardo, dive bombs. There you go. And then 2017 as well, at the end of this race, well, still going on, Vettel crashing into Stroll, or however you want to see it, Stroll crashing into Vettel. At the end of the race on the cooldown lap, as you can see there, just got hit turning in and into Stroll. Crashes and multiple overtakes on this track. You can see fierce battle with the Red Bulls as well, and a tricky track to get right. However, of course, this track always has to come into it somewhere, and that's the problem for Malaysia, really. So then, they don't have the funds to host a race, and it is then stated, he said, it is a question of who is going to pay and whether we can afford it. Which means there's a possibility that it won't be added to the calendar, but let's just hope it will be. If you've gone through this whole video and you don't know what the track looks like, I've gone back to F1 2017, which was the last time it was in an F1 game, on time trial to show you a lap. This was a big throwback, of course. This was my first F1 game that I've played, F1 2017, so this brought back a lot of memories. It's a very challenging turn one, very twisty track as well. As you can see in the minimap, very twisty track, especially the first few corners. Very high speed as well. A lot of overtaking points as well. This one just being a few of them, turn one as well. The last few corners as well. This is where you saw the Bottas and Ricciardo fight. And then it could also be a very daring and challenging move. This track is for people, I guess they get rewarded. This is another overtaking point here. Rewarded for their overtakes and challenging overtakes as well, as there are a few overtaking points, but if you're that much quicker, then you can easily overtake anywhere on the track, surely. But this is where it gets a bit twisty now, as we go through here, very high speed, going up into 8th gear, and then another overtaking point there, going a bit wide, but you know, overtaking point there, and then 2 DRS straights back to back, literally back to back, as this side you got the track, then across the other side of that building there's the other side of the track. So then the last corner can also be overtaking point, pit lane also there as you go around the corner there, and that's a lap of the Malaysian GP track. If you think this iconic track should be brought back to the F1 calendar, as soon as possible, then make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.